Hi, and welcome to the 16th episode of Bookish Time with Jenny. I'm a librarian at our Carnegie branch, and today I want to talk to you about a cozy mystery series. Some of you may know I lead our virtual cozy mystery book club each month, and we will always be virtual because we always have the authors attend also. We have a meeting next week, which you can look at our calendar. It's next Wednesday. But the author of the book I'm about to talk about will be at our September 29th meeting. This is the third book in the series, so you have time, as long as you're a somewhat speedy reader, to read the other two before this. Or, you don't really have to read them before attending. Just know we occasionally talk about spoilers, but we don't point blank always discuss spoilers. But this is Cider Shop Rules by Julie Anne Lindsey. Like I said, it's book 3. This is a cider shop mystery. So her family has a cider shop, and she's 29, senior in college, because she's been paying for college as she goes. So that's why, it's taken her a little longer than some. And as she's started working more and more, she's done some experimental cider flavors and just added some, particular in this book, I don't remember what they call them, cider fries or something, that I'm kind of interesting. But I don't know if you read cozy mysteries, so the murder always happens off page. You just read about them discovering the body. And I think maybe I've read too many cozy mysteries because I laughed when they found the dead body at this, but it's also the circumstances in which this one is found. And but you do kind of need to read the previous 2 books. The crime itself is specific to this book, but there are things that continue on from the previous books. As with most cozy mysteries, there's a love interest, kind of a will they, won't they. And then in this particular book, we're introduced to a new male character that Winnie is the main character in this book, that Winnie's friend Dot calls tall, dark, and yummy. So every time I read that, or every time that is mentioned, I just giggled. I don't know, it's just funny. So, kind of, again, with typical cozy mysteries, or if you watch the Hallmark mystery movies, most people, don't stumble upon dead bodies a lot. But in the case of cozy mysteries, the main character just happens, normally, small town even, it's not, typically that many people aren't murdered in small towns. I don't know. But she always somehow solves the crime quicker than the police does. And, sometimes it just depends on the series. This one, oddly enough, her love interest is the sheriff. They somewhat work together, and there's a really funny part in here where she's the sheriff tells her, you always find yourself in danger and I have to rescue you, And, but I wish it was fall already, so that's why I decided to discuss. This is already out and available to put on hold at our library. But I like fall the most because I like the temperatures. Of course, we only seem to have it in Missouri for about a day or 2. It goes from super hot to super cold. But I do love all things fall. I can't say I've had that much apple cider in my life. Now, her experimental flavors I wouldn't mind trying, but I've never been to any of our orchards around here. Maybe, I don't know, we're sure in the middle of a pandemic. I was going to say post-pandemic. Maybe next fall I'll get adventurous and go to some of our orchards. And anybody that's been to them, let me know if they're nearly as exciting as this fictional one. That's the other thing, is it is fiction, so some things just aren't as fun in real life. Kind of like the cutesy little towns. In cozy mysteries, all the little towns are adorable and have all these amenities that I've lived in a super small town. No, they don't have all these amenities, but and like most cozy mysteries, this has some recipes in the back. And I will tell you, like I said, this is book 3. Right now, there are no plans for any more because this one was actually delayed because of the pandemic. She had written it and she'd done a cliffhanger with book 2, thinking this would come out 6 months later. But because of the pandemic, it threw off the schedule because I think some of the printing presses closed down and stuff during the pandemic. So it threw off the scheduling of some books. And so, authors have to make a living. So she had to keep writing other series and stuff. And, but if you do love this series, on the back of the book, it gives the publisher's website. You need to go there, find their contact information, and email the publisher saying how much you love this series. And, so if there's high demand, they might contract her to write some more. And yes, this kind of has a cliffhanger ending too. So we want to know what happens. But, I don't know, that's just the way the publishing world works. But I also wanted to talk to you about, we're contactless right now. Some people don't know they can ask us to pick books out for them. I've done it for a handful of patrons for years. And you can either, point blank ask us over the phone, or we do actually have a service on our website. You go to our website, sjpl.lib.mo.us. And under library services, or if sometimes there's an ad going by for it too, but it's under library services and it's called Book Match. And you fill out a questionnaire about your reading tastes, and then it goes out to sometimes multiple people, but you'll only get one list, but sometimes it's multiple people that are behind the list. And we just give suggestions for books that we think you'll like, and then you can either put them on hold for yourself if you use our website like that, or you can call us and we'll pull them for you. But we got that, I think, right before the pandemic, or maybe during. It's been going on for so long, I don't remember. But a lot of people just don't know. We will do it. So you can do it fancy with the form, or just call us and we will suggest some books for you and pull them. And we might ask you some questions, or sometimes it's a patron well enough to just pick out books for them. But, so, again, any cozy mystery questions can be directed to me. And there's all types of cozies. A lot are about food. A lot are set in bookstores, libraries, etc. There's even been a funeral parlor series. But, I don't know. I just find them a comfort read. Because like I've mentioned in previous episodes, I still keep having reading slump. Like some books they might be fabulous books, but I just can't get into them. So I find cozy mysteries are my old faithful. I can always read a cozy mystery. But yeah, sometimes I read too many in a row. So I start laughing at the murders. So I should probably read a different genre now. But no. And we have a lot of good books coming up this fall. I already have my list of books I'm talking about for the rest of this year. So stay tuned for future episodes. Bye.